pay the airport for parking up per person, whatever it is. Any extra fuel duty, anything else that isn't just the ticket price. And personally, I don't know why they don't just put it all into one booking, because you can't book the seat without paying the taxes, so why separate it? I guess they separate it because it makes the seat sound cheaper, but there we go. A TOD is ticket on departure. When there isn't enough time, this is the old days of paper tickets, for the tickets to be sent out through the post, then they will be ready for collection at ticket desks at the airport. And you normally get charged for this fee, but again, with e-tickets, that's very rare. Unaccompanied minor. This is any child aged up to 12 who are travelling without an adult. An adult fare may apply, and the airline may also charge a fee to look after the passenger. Not all airlines accept unaccompanied minors. So the good airlines, they collect the child at the departure airport, and there's always a member of staff with the child all the way up to the destination, and they won't hand over the kid until the person they're handing the child over to has proven themselves to be the authorised person. It's a very good system if you use a good airline. Visa. Some countries require certain passport holders to hold a visa before they're allowed in the country. This should be checked by contacting the local embassy or visiting their website. Visas can be free of charge, or they could be allocated on arrival, but they mostly involve a fee and application before travel. If a visa is required but is not issued, then the traveller will be sent straight back to where they came from, or they might not even be allowed on the plane in the first place. A good airline wouldn't let you on the plane because they have to get you back. So always check you need a visa, and visa requirements do change. So even though you've booked your flights, you've checked your visa, keep an eye on the visa situation in case the country decides to change its mind before you depart. If there's any bit of travel jargon you've come across in the past and you've no idea what it means, let me know, facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show, and I'll tell you what it's all about.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, I'm checking in for my flight.
Lovely. Business or pleasure?
Holiday.
And where will you be staying?
With my parents, they live over there.
Lovely. Travel insurance?
Oh, no thanks.
Have you got travel insurance?
No.
Checked to see if you need any vaccinations?
No.
Checked out the local laws?
No, look. Why do I need to know all this? I'm just staying with my parents.
Is either of your parents A local lawyer, or the chief of police, B, fabulously wealthy, C, the owner of a private plane with its own fully trained medical staff, or D, none of the above?
D?
Lovely. Are you a superhero and in fact immortal?
Things can go wrong on holiday abroad, even if you're staying with family. So check it out before you check in. Find out more at gov.uk/knowbeforeyougo.
You're listening to The Travel Show with John Guinn on ukhealthradio.com. Starting travel news off this week with news from the two large airports in London. Heathrow has achieved its best ever quarterly airport service quality passenger satisfaction scores. And this, they say, is following a year of investments in improving services at UK's only hub airport. More than 84% of total passengers, or 15.3 million people, using the airport from October to December 2016, rated their Heathrow experience as excellent or very good in the survey. This is an increase of 640,000 passengers compared to the same period last year. The record scores follow the introduction of a number of additional passenger services across Heathrow, such as the new Mr. Adventure play areas for kids with Mr. Men in all terminals, a new personal shopping lounge in Terminal 5, more passenger ambassadors in every terminal, and a number of exciting pop-up shops and restaurants, including Harry Potter in Terminal 5. Terminal 2, home of Star Alliance Airlines, continue to deliver an outstanding performance with a score of 4.29. Terminal 3's new Eco Sanctuary Garden Gate contributed to it reaching a record score of 4.14. Terminal 5 had its best ever passenger satisfaction performance of 4.16, and Terminal 4 achieved another record-breaking 4.18 ASQ score. In 2016, the airport was named Best Airport in Western Europe for the second consecutive year at the Skytrax World Airport Awards. The award, voted globally by passengers, came in addition to Terminal 5 being voted the world's best airport terminal and Heathrow Best Airport Shopping for the 5th and 7th consecutive years respectively. Finally, Heathrow also achieved ACI's Europe's Best Airport Award for the third time. And this is a warning for people going to Gatwick Airport shortly. The airport is advising British Airways, EasyJet and Virgin Atlantic passengers to check through which terminal they will be travelling, as it prepares to relocate these major airlines. British Airways will move to the South Terminal, Virgin Atlantic will move to the North Terminal, and EasyJet, which currently operates out of both terminals, will consolidate its operation in the North Terminal. Gatwick claims relocating these airlines will simplify the journey through the airport for passengers and travellers and will benefit from brand new facilities, including state-of-the-art technology at check-in, security and immigration, as well as new bag drop zones and premium lounges. Signs across the airport will change to display the correct way of finding the changes, and 70 additional helpers will be on hand to point passengers in the right direction. Gatwick is issuing the following advice to passengers flying with these three airlines and their moves. It's particularly important to those who will be travelling through a different terminal than the one they're used to. Check which terminal you need before travelling and arrange pick-up and meeting points and allow plenty of time. If you do find yourself at the wrong terminal, then you should hop on the free transit shuttle that travels between North and South terminals in just 2 minutes. Passengers should select a long-stay car park close to the terminal they are travelling from, as the bus that takes them from the car park to the airport travels to one terminal only. If they need to reach the other terminal, they can use the transit shuttle. If they have already booked a car park, they don't need to rearrange, as they can use the shuttle to get to the correct place. If they do need help, the wayfinders will be located in and around the terminals dressed in high-visibility pink vests. And if you need more information, you can visit gatwickairport.com/airline moves. If you're looking for a short break and you fancy going to Vienna, perhaps you should go now because it's getting busier year on year. Last year, there was 14,692 visitor bed nights, and it topped the previous best result, which was in 2015, by 4.4%. There was a total of 6.884 million arrivals recorded, which is an increase of 4.5%. 66,000 hotel beds, and it had an average occupancy rate of 74%. In 2015, it was 72%. So it looks like it's getting busier and busier. So this should be, if you're going to go to Vienna, you should make it this year before it gets really, really busy. There was a strong influx of visitors from Germany, unsurprisingly. Austrians, US, which was actually down by 1%. Italy was down by 2%. The United Kingdom had 18% more visitors. Spain 9%. Switzerland 1%, and France was up 8%. And of course, there's more Chinese coming over. That was increasing by 15%. So city breaks are becoming more popular for the people in the UK, as I've shown on reports over the last few weeks. And it looks like it is for the rest of the world as well apart from America. So if you're looking for a city break, then make it 2017 as the year you're going to go and do it, because maybe 2018-19 is just going to get too busy. You can follow me on Twitter @holiday_hut. Airlines UK, which is the trade body representing UK registered airlines, has published a report which sets out how the industry can meet the UK's demand for air travel while ensuring it limits its environmental impact and hits targets on reducing emissions. Tim Alderslade, the Chief Executive of Airlines UK, said, UK airlines have invested in more than 470 new aircraft since 2005 at a cost of over £37 billion. This helps the industry to reduce its carbon emissions by 20 million tonnes. A further 400 aircraft are on order and due to enter into service in the coming years. Overall, we're exceeding the industry target for improving our performance on carbon reduction, with an increase in fuel efficiency of 12% over the past decade. Government data shows that in 2015, jet fuel deliveries to UK airports for UK and non-UK airline operations were 10% lower than in 2006, despite 20 million more passengers being carried. In short, for the first time, growth in UK aviation has been delivered without any increase in CO2 emissions. This report sets out in detail the carbon impact on UK aviation and what the industry is doing to deliver sustainable growth. It is clear that airlines are making enormous efforts to reduce their carbon emissions, Further work is needed, some of it requiring government support, but the report demonstrates the direction in which travel is positive. So this report details 4 pillars of work to help to achieve the goal of carbon reduction. These pillars are the continued introduction of new aircraft, greater fuel efficiency, the use of sustainable fuels, and the support for international carbon trading and offset schemes. The report considers each of these 4 areas in turn, explaining the industry activity, progress and initiatives. The new aircraft, which you mentioned earlier, offer at least a 13% improvement in fuel efficiency. Airlines with their industry partners are also working hard in other ways to create greater fuel efficiency. These initiatives include making the aircraft fly more direct routes with an uninterrupted climb and descent, whilst also having aircraft taxi on the ground without all their engines running. Filling each plane and using the right size aircraft and utilising complex booking systems to ensure the high load factor of passengers also contributes to more efficient fuel consumption and lower CO2 emissions. Sustainable aviation fuels developed from waste-produced domestic, commercial and industrial processes also offer opportunities. Airlines UK report endorses these conclusions on the Sustainable Fuels Roadmap, and also welcomes the recent consultation by the UK government on including sustainable aviation fuels in its updated renewable transport fuel policy. And continuing, once all the airline initiatives to cut CO2 emissions have been exhausted, some form of carbon offset program will still be required to meet lower CO2 emission goals. And the report also sets out a number of asks of the UK government to help the aviation industry meet the aspirations of carbon reduction. And these are: prioritise and support industry efforts to deliver airspace modernisation, include airspace as a crucial part of the UK national infrastructure, which requires long-term strategic decision-making in the remit of the National Infrastructure Commission. Deliver legislation for including all sustainable aviation producers in the renewable transport fuel obligation. Provide a clear long-term policy to encourage UK sustainable aviation fuel production. Work with the industry to avoid duplication or competitive distortion for UK airlines between global and regional aviation carbon trading and offsetting schemes. Start negotiations with other countries to agree how the new carbon offsetting and reduction scheme for the international aviation will deliver a halving of global airline met CO2 reductions in 2060. And finally, continue to invest and support UK aerospace industry to deliver affordable new aircraft technology and grow the number of high-value jobs in the UK. For the second time since launching its industry-leading Eco Skies programme, United Airlines was named Eco Airline of the Year by the Air Transport World magazine. The award recognises an airline in global commercial aviation for its environmental leadership as demonstrated by consistent and impactful environmental action within the company and the industry. The magazine awarded United with the top honour for multiple initiatives in 2016 and prior years, including becoming the first US airline to begin using commercial scale volumes of sustainable aviation biofuel for regularly scheduled flights. This makes a significant milestone in the industry by moving beyond demonstrations and test programs to the use of low carbon biofuels for ongoing operations. United Eco Skies program represents the company's commitment to the environment and the actions taken every day to create a sustainable future. In addition to incorporating sustainable biofuel in its operations at Los Angeles International Airport, United's recent environmental achievements include investing $30 million in US-based alternative aviation fuels developer Fulcrum, and this is the single largest investment by any airline globally in alternative fuels. Becoming the first US airline to repurpose items from the carrier's international premium cabin amenity kits and participating in Clean the World to donate hygiene products to those in critical need. Partnering with the Federal Aviation Administration to demonstrate potential benefits